everyone, Chris Loschiavo with REMAX Heritage Professionals. Excited to talk with you a little bit about kind of my background and why I think I can be helpful to you as you look to navigate your real estate goals. After a career in higher education administration, about 20 years, I worked in that role at various institutions. I decided it was time to work for myself instead of working for somebody else. And I still wanted to be in a field where I could help people. I think that's just part of my DNA, is wanting to be helpful. And so ultimately chose to get into real estate. And I've been doing real estate for about 6 years now. And what I really love about real estate is that somebody has a goal with their biggest investment, whether it's buying or selling a home, and they look to me for advice on how to do that, how to accomplish their goals. And I really view my role not as a salesperson, but rather as an advisor or consultant. I don't believe in pressuring clients to either sell a home or to buy a home. Even in the crazy market we were in, I think it's more important that my clients ultimately be happy with their choice in terms of the home that they opted to purchase. And I never want them to feel pressured by me to make a decision as it relates to real estate. I think that comes from just my approach and my feelings when someone tries to sell to me. I know I don't like it, and so I wanted to make sure I built my business on a different philosophy. And so it doesn't mean that I can't sell a home. My statistics over the last 6 years suggest otherwise. Sold about, I've helped about 200 people over my career buy or sell a home over the last several years. But I do it in a way that's low pressure, more about providing information and advice and consultation to help my clients ultimately achieve their real estate goals. I think part of where that approach comes from is my background in the law. I do have a law degree, but more importantly in mediation and therefore communication. One of the things you learn as a mediator is to try to help people view a situation, and usually it's a conflict. In mediation, you're dealing with conflicts, but help people see a conflict or a situation from other perspectives besides their own. And so when I'm working with a client, I'm always trying to see the situation from their perspective as well, and even from the other party's perspective. So if I'm working with a buyer, I try to see the situation from the seller's perspective as well. And I think that's why I've been successful in having good negotiations and building good relationships, not only with my clients, but with other realtors, with my vendor partners, whether that be title companies, lenders, home inspectors, or others involved in a real estate transaction. Is that I can always kind of see the other side of the situation and try to figure out, okay, where's the win-win scenario here? How can everybody walk away and be happy with the outcome in the situation? And so I really try to bring that to the table. My previous career required me to do a lot of problem solving as well, and that's become really apparent to me how important that is in real estate. I always strive to have a stress and trouble-free transaction, but there's so many things in a real estate transaction that are outside of my control or my client's control, that it requires my ability to be able to think on my feet and really creatively problem solve situations as they arise. And so I really enjoy that challenge aspect of the real estate process. And then when it comes time to selling a home, I really believe that the first impression is the most important. And nowadays, that first impression has not come from someone walking through your home, but it's how your home is presented online. And so to that end, making sure that I talk with you through what you need to do to have the home ready for photos. I always bring in a professional photographer. You won't see me taking pictures with my cell phone, but I always bring in a professional photographer. But before that photographer even gets in the house, it's paying attention to the little details, adding pops of color where needed, staging, more extensive staging if necessary, but just figuring out how to best showcase the home for those pictures. And then walking the photographer through the home, hitting some highlights that I want to make sure the photographer highlights, making sure that we have drone footage of your home as well as a 3D tour. Nowadays, some people will buy a home sight unseen, and they're more likely to do that if they can walk through your home virtually, and that's what a 3D tour provides for them. And so using all of those things, giving your home the best possible presentation online, ensures that more people will hopefully want to come and see your home. In addition to that, I don't just rely on putting the home in the MLS and then it syndicates out to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, and all of those websites all over the world, which is great, but I don't just rely on that. I want to make sure that I'm running social media ads behind your home. So whether that's on Facebook or doing a video tour on YouTube, to make sure even more eyes get on your home. I really believe that the more exposure your home has, the quicker it will sell and the more money it will sell for. And at least it gives you more options that way. And so I do that for all of my listings, no matter what the price point is. If you want to do open houses, happy to do open houses, but finding all kinds of ways to adjust my marketing strategy depending on what the response to the marketing has been. And so we'll continue to market the home until we get it sold. And then throughout the transaction, both for buyers and sellers, it's being hands-on. It's staying on top of title companies, lenders, other agents, other vendors, whoever might be involved in the transaction, whatever we may be waiting on, making sure those people are doing their due diligence and doing their job in as efficient manner as possible to make sure we get closed on time, or as close to on time as possible. Sometimes there are things outside of our control, and doing whatever it takes in terms of making the necessary phone calls, texts, emails to stay on top of things so you don't have to worry about that. I also believe in staying in touch with my clients after a closing, so we'll check in periodically. If you ever want to do some work on the home, happy to recommend vendors that my clients have had some good experiences with. Also periodically send you updates on what the current value of your home is. I just believe that real estate is not a transactional business, it's a relationship business. And so happy to say, and really one of the added side benefits of being a realtor is the number of new friends I've made that started out as clients but have really become good friends, and really enjoy that aspect of real estate. And so if you are looking to buy or sell a home here in Central Florida, I'd love the opportunity to talk with you and see if my approach matches what you're looking for in a realtor. I'd love to help you here in Central Florida. And if you have friends or family, coworkers, whatever, also looking in the area, I'd love to help them as well. Please feel free to refer me. I will take great care of them. Anyway, I hope this little background information about me is helpful. I wanted to do a new video now that we switched over to REMAX to kind of update from a video I did several years ago about my background, because I obviously have learned a lot through all those transactions and really have kind of focused in on the kind of realtor that I want to be. And I hope this information is helpful to you. I hope to hear from you in the future. Have a great day.